I want to take a moment to address the recent concerns regarding the potential contamination of our municipal water system. Please know that we are actively monitoring the situation and committed to keeping you informed. On August 13th, we were alerted to a possible contamination affecting the municipal water system for businesses and residents. It is important to clarify that Butte-Silver Bow contacted the DEQ after being informed by Montana Resources Management at approximately 4 p.m. last night. The DEQ informed us that we should issue a do not consume order for the affected area. Our Public Works Director, Mark Neary, and Butte-Silver Bow Water Department took immediate action to flush lines. A public announcement was made through social media and all media channels within 15 minutes of our conversation with DEQ. To assist affected residents and businesses, we are distributing bottled water at the Butte Civic Center, and that has just started to take place. And Montana Resources has been distributing water this morning, I think starting about 9 o'clock this morning. So we're providing potable water for all of our businesses and residents in Butte, and that you can be assured that we will continue to do that until the do not consume order is lifted. A hotline has been established at the Health Department and Emergency Management Director for your inquiries. The Everbridge notification system was also utilized last night to keep everyone informed, and we will continue to update that on Everbridge as well. For further information, we want residents to call 406-497-6440. We appreciate everybody's understanding and patience as we work through this matter. We acknowledge that we all can have improvement on our communication, but we try to do the best that we can and mobilize as quickly as we can, working together with Montana Resources and Butte-Silver Bow. We'll continue to work on upgrades to the system, and I have Mark Thompson from Montana Resources to provide a statement for Montana Resources as well. We also have Jim Keenan and Mark Neary from our Public Works Department and Water Division to answer questions about what we've been doing as well. So I'm going to turn this over to Mark Thompson so that they can provide a statement from Montana Resources about what they've been doing and the work that's been happening there as well.
Hello, my name is Mark Thompson. I'm Vice President of Environmental Affairs at Montana Resources. Yesterday we became aware that there was a cross-connection on our property between our processed water, which is the water we use for our milling and mining purposes, and our municipal water supply supplied by Butte-Silver Bow. The connection was through a fire hydrant. It was definitely a connection made by Montana Resources, not by Butte-Silver Bow. It's one of those things that should never happen, but it did. We immediately, disconnected that cross connection and notified Butte-Silver Bow that there was a potential for processed water from the mine to flow into the municipal water system. We also, the reason why we were even looking for something like that is because we did notice that our potable water system at the mine was acting unusually. So there was some water that we know got through, but we don't know if it got off the mine property or not. We fully support the reaction from Butte-Silver Bow and DEQ to issue the do not consume order, because this is a situation that if you don't know for sure, this is what you do. We're in the process of investigating how something like this could happen. I don't have a lot of details on that as to why it happened. I can say we have already ordered equipment, and with cooperation from Butte-Silver Bow, we're going to install backflow prevention equipment at our mine property boundary so that there will be a physical barrier preventing this from ever happening again. So we know that this is a huge inconvenience to this community, and we sincerely apologize for that. And As JP said, we have bottled water at the main mine office at 600 Shields Avenue. We're giving it out for free. We feel that that's the least we can do is to make sure people have some drinking water. Please, if you're an affected individual, please feel free to swing by and pick it up. Not sure what else I can say, but I will be available to answer any questions. Thank you.
When you discovered there was something unusual with your potable water, what was that?
So we use potable water in our assay lab, and we put it through a deionization process, and it senses conductivity on the inflow, and we got a high conductivity alert at the lab, and then later on we noticed some odor and discoloration of the water in the locker room. In mining we call it the dry and the concentrator, and that kind of alerted us to something unusual is going on, and we pursued that and located the cross connection.
What are the potential contaminants?
So, part of the processed water circuit includes the return water line coming out of the tailings impoundment. That's the water we discharge to the creek after going through the polishing plant, where the pH is dropped from 10.5 to near neutral. Once that pH is dropped to neutral pH, that water meets all water quality standards, including human health and aquatic life. However, this water also contains water that comes off and is recycled in the mill area itself. And I don't have any data on that water. So it's a mixture of the two. That water that comes off in the mill area should be fairly similar, but I cannot guarantee that. So until we have data, I can't really tell you. One thing we know that's certainly in this water is high calcium and high sulfate. I'm unaware of any human health effects from high calcium. Mostly the concern in drinking water supply for calcium is, developing scale on your water fixtures. Sulfate is a secondary drinking water standard, and the human health concern for sulfate is that if you're not used to drinking high sulfate water, it can have a laxative effect. What else is in the water? We're going to find out.